Hey guys, it's DJ Jack here once again with another video, and in this video we're going to be talking about the last episode of finale of She-Hulk and my review of She-Hulk in the finale. So, let's get started. So, about She-Hulk's finale, episode 9, the very last episode aired today, and I gotta be honest, it was actually very, 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 very interesting to see She-Hulk end up running into the Disney basically company studios actually in Burbank, California. Is like she ran into it, and it was so. I mean, it was so cool another cool thing is to see she jumped out of the screen and into the Disney Plus like library, and then climbed right back into another Marvel movie. This was really, really cool to see. We never seen something like this in the MCU. She went in behind the scenes of them trying to talk about whether or not there's going to be a second season of She-Hulk. If you haven't seen She-Hulk, final episode, I am spoiling here, so step out if you don't want any spoilers, but I gotcha. Because guess what? This episode was great. This is my spoiler review and my regular review. It's good. I mean, this episode was probably really something interesting we'd never seen. And then, of course, when Abobolus was about to come back, and he turned into an Abobolus, it was so cool to see Branner come out of nowhere, and then several different Hawks coming out. It was a really good episode. Really, really good. And it was quite interesting in the finale. Of course, yes, and Daredevil did make an appearance for another episode, for this episode too. He did come back for a second episode. For the final, he wanted to see what was going on. It's interesting. This whole entire series I think, did great. It was very, not so good at the very beginning. I mean, the beginning was okay. It was a great series and all, but the beginning of the series, it took a while till we got to the real good episodes, and the last two episodes were the best. I think out of any of them, not just because, I mean, the first episode was pretty good, but because it had Banner in it, but not just that, a lot of the episodes it was an interesting series, really interesting series. I see it getting a second season, possibly. I think it's good for a second season. I'm just thinking that this episode of She-Hulk and this whole week of the whole series, now that the show is officially wrapped up today was the last episode, the finale. It was episode 9. What a good series. And the ending of the last two episodes, I think, were the best. So this is my review, and I'd like to see hear what your review is about this episode of She-Hulk, and what you think. Do you think there's going to be a second season? It kind of got away. You know, one other thing before I go, I wanted to mention that there's a robotic character of, like, the producer and head boss at Marvel Studios, like a cameo voice of a robot bot that fly. It's so cool. It's so in the episode. You gotta watch it. It's really funny. I mean, and now it's going online. Did Kevin Feige just make a cameo in She-Hulk? He did, but we didn't see his face. We saw him through a remote robot or something. It was so funny. It was so funny. And then after people posted it now online about going, it's just so. You gotta watch it. It's worth it. It's good. I'm DJ Jack. Hit the subscribe button if you love this content. And I'll catch you guys here in another video and another episode of the DJ Jack Show and DJ Jack Music Hour at some point soon. Laters.